Hi neighbors, this is Jessica in Communications for the City of Battle Creek, and this is the City Commission regular agenda preview for Tuesday, April 16th. If you're new to these preview videos or need a reminder about the different parts of our agendas, check out the link to our introduction video down in the description box. You can follow along with the agendas on our website, battlecreekmi.gov, visit the Your Government tab, Mayor and City Commission, then Agendas, Minutes, and Videos. Click under Online Agenda for the date of the agenda you want to see. The commission meeting starts at 7 p.m. in the commission chambers at City Hall, which is up on the third floor. And this is a very long agenda with lots of interesting stuff in it, so please use the timestamps to look at the topics that you might be interested in. The commission will present 3 beautiful Battle Creek Awards. The nominations for these come from the neighborhood planning councils for properties that neighbors and business owners have improved or keep nice, helping make their neighborhoods welcoming and vibrant. You can learn more about the neighborhood planning councils at battlecreekmi.gov/NPC. The commission will present 3 proclamations. One is for Earth Week, which is April 21st to 27th. The second is for Arbor Day on April 26th, recognizing the importance of trees in our community. And the third is for Workers' Memorial Day on April 28th, honoring those who have died while on the job. The commission will hold 2 public hearings. The first is to hear public comments about housing and community development needs for low and moderate income neighbors for the city's annual action plan. And that's a document that helps direct how we spend the federal money that we get from housing and urban development programs. And those are Community Development Block Grant and Home Investment Partnership. The second public hearing is on a similar issue. It is to hear public comments about a proposal to move federal Community Development Block Grant money that we received previously and have not yet used to our minor home repair program. We're proposing this because there's such a high demand for minor home repair in Battle Creek right now. So we would move about $257,000 to our minor home repair program directly and about $300,000 to Community Action for their minor home repair program that is specifically for neighbors age 60 and over. The commission will consider 2 ordinance introductions. Proposed Ordinance 05-2024 involves updates to Chapter 1610 in our city ordinances, and that's around burning and the International Fire Code to meet requirements by that International Fire Code and state of Michigan laws. There are a few significant changes that neighbors will see, and one is that the city will no longer charge for burn permits. Those are currently $25 a piece. Second, we can charge a fee to neighbors who do not put out a fire when directed to do so by the Battle Creek Fire Department. And we will still allow recreational fires with strict rules about their size and distance from buildings. We still do not allow burning of leaves and grass clippings within city limits. But take note that yard waste collection curbside has started in the city limits, so you are able to do that and Republic will pick that up. Proposed Ordinance 06-2024 will be the first vote to consider developing a community oversight board in the city, which has been under discussion for several years. The board's purpose would be to give input on community relations complaint investigations filed with the police department. They could also discuss police officer conduct without a complaint and would be proactive in seeing potential problems and building relationships with law enforcement. If this ordinance is introduced and then adopted, a timeline would follow to seek board members from the community, train those board members, and potentially hold a first meeting of the board in late summer or early fall. So stay tuned for more information about that if the ordinance moves forward. The commission will consider 1 ordinance adoption, and they introduced this during the April 2nd City Commission meeting. So this is the final vote on this item. Proposed Ordinance 04-2024 would update the city's historic preservation code to address a challenge we sometimes have in appointing a full group of members to our various boards and commissions. For the Historic District Commission, an extra challenge is the specific knowledge and expertise that is required of members. Right now, the code limits HDC members to 2 consecutive 3-year terms. Most of our boards and commissions don't have term limits, so this ordinance would remove the limit for the HDC as well. Our consent agenda for April 16th includes minutes from previous meetings, the city manager's report for the evening, and resolutions 407 to 415. 407 through 411 consider appointing and reappointing members to some of the city's many boards, committees, and councils. You can pause the video here or check out the agenda to see the specific neighbors and boards. 412 considers setting a public hearing during the regular city commission meeting on May 7th to take comments on a proposed tax exemption for a new spec building on Watkins Road in an industrial development district. 413 considers making a temporary traffic control order permanent. For the last 60 days, that temporary order was to create a no parking zone around the new city election ballot drop box on Beckwith Drive, next to Fire Station number 6. 414 considers a contract to buy Sig Sauer rifles from Acme Sports Incorporated or the police department. After trade-in, this would cost an estimated $55,472. And 415 considers buying new constant current regulators for the Battle Creek Executive Airport, equipment that helps operate the airfield lighting. This would be from Cooper Kraus Hines, LLC, at a maximum cost of $63,764. Finally, we have our regular resolutions, numbers 416 to 429. Reso 416 considers flying the Blue Star Mothers flag at City Hall for the month of May. I'll insert a picture of the flag here so you can see what it looks like. Mayor Benke made this flag request with support from Commissioners Reynolds and O'Donnell. Reso 417 considers an agreement with the Michigan Department of Transportation, giving them temporary access to a city-owned property with a section of the linear park path on it. This is for MDOT's project to improve crosswalk safety on M66 between Michigan Avenue and Van Buren Street, and they plan to start that work in summer 2025. Reso 418 considers a contract with MDOT for a special traffic study to look at safety and mobility along Beckley Road and B Drive North. MDOT's contribution would be about $10,300. This is part of our ongoing assessment of the Beckley corridor to look at potential future redevelopment and improvements. And Reso 419 goes along with that, considering an interlocal agreement with Calhoun County to also share the cost of that traffic study on Beckley Road and B Drive North. The county's contribution would be $30,000, and then the city's share would be $53,375. Reso 420 considers a license agreement with Marathon Petroleum for environmental assessment and remediation for access to Lacey Street for 15 years. This is related to cleanup and monitoring of a former Speedway gas station on West Michigan Avenue. Reso 421 considers this year's chip seal project to maintain streets in the Lamora Park neighborhood in the city. The lowest responsible bid came from Pavement Maintenance Systems, LLC, for a cost of about $304,000. Reso 422 considers buying night vision binoculars for the Battle Creek Police Department from Venture Tactical, LLC, at an estimated cost of $153,555. Reso 423 considers accepting the proposal of best value for security services in City Hall and the downtown parking ramps from Lagarda Security at an estimated cost of $239,373 for an initial 1 year and 2 months. That 2 months added on helps it line up with the city's budget year. Reso 424 considers this year's milling and paving road projects planned for various roads in the southwest part of the city, plus a small project at the Battle Creek Executive Airport. The lowest responsible bid was from Reith Riley Construction for an estimated cost of $747,315. Reso 425 considers the proposal of best value from Mead and Hunt for consultant services for the air traffic control tower rehab project at our Battle Creek Executive Airport. The estimated cost for that is $140,466. Reso 426 considers a grant agreement with Battle Creek Area Habitat for Humanity to develop and resell 2 single-family homes in the city to low and moderate income families. The properties are on North Cedar Avenue and North Woodlawn Avenue, and the funds come from our federal home investment partnership dollars, which are for these types of projects. Reso 427 considers moving $557,000 of our community development block grant funds to the city's and Community Action's minor home repair programs, as discussed in the public hearing earlier in this meeting. Resos 428 and 429 are related to the appeal of our partial denial of a Freedom of Information Act request, and the Commission will only approve one of these. The person requested, in part, plans for the city's water supply system to Ford's Blue Oval development in Marshall Township, including pipe sizes and operating pressures. We denied part of this request because public water supply designs are exempt from disclosure to protect system safety and security. The Commission will approve Reso 428 to affirm this partial denial. The Commission will approve Reso 429 to reverse the partial denial. In whichever they approve, they will defeat the other resolution. That is everything on the agenda for April 16th and the regular City Commission meeting. For more information and to see all the details and documents related to each agenda item, please check it out online or get a paper copy in the City Clerk's office at City Hall. Thanks for joining me for this City Commission agenda preview for April 16th, 2024. Watch the City Commission live or as replays on the City of Battle Creek, Michigan YouTube channel and get connected with your City of Battle Creek.